Hey guys, Justin here, and I wanted to talk today about something that I was doing really wrong for a long time, and it's one of the most important things you can learn, whether you're in business or you're just kind of trying to change things in your life, trying to be as best as you can be, and that's experimenting. Experimenting with in a business, with marketing, with how you approach things. So if you're gonna try something out, develop a plan for it rather than just sort of starting to do it. Like what I would do in the past would be I have all these binders. You can probably see a lot of them in the corner there, and a lot of a lot of old saved work that I have is like I would go to change a habit. Like I'd learn about neurolinguistics, or I'd learn about um, you know anything that's just like personal development, professional development areas, and I would make a tab in a binder, or even have an entire binder for it. And what would happen is I'd start to make the change, and once I started to see a little bit of a result, not that I cut it off and stopped doing it, but I would shift my focus into, okay, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. And I ended up wasting so much time because I never stuck with that habit long term. And there were certain times when it did stick, but it was almost like it was an accident. I didn't purposely stick with something all the way through before I reintegrated something else. And part of the way that you can avoid kind of going through a habit and then having it fall off, like you stop doing it after a while, is to make sure that you document everything that's happening in your experiment. And this is where, in with a diet, you have a food journal. You need to keep track of like what you're eating, how you're feeling, so you know the causes and you know the effects. And the same thing happens with, like an example. I just started taking these uh, reishi mushroom and astragalus root combined capsules, right? And what I realized is like, okay, in the past, if I took something like that, I might be inconsistent, I might be consistent, but at the end of the day, I'll never know really what the effect of that will do to me, because there's so many other things. You're eating different things, your exercise might be here and there. What you did during the day, they're all inputs into your life. So without tracking this, you can't look back at it. You have nothing to look back at and say, okay, well, I feel really good today, but is that because I ate good today? I ate good 3 days ago? Because different people have different time frames of when the food you eat is going to impact how you feel. Um, Same thing with supplements. You're not going to know if a supplement's working for you or not, because everyone's different. So experimenting and tracking is a huge thing to start doing right away. With any, just pick one thing. Pick one thing that's really important to you that you need to change. Take a notebook and start to track everything you're doing in that area. And then you can look back at it every week, every 3 days, every week, every 2 weeks, to see what's happening. So that way you can move forward, and you know when to eliminate things, and you know when to keep doing certain things. And knowing when to eliminate things is just as important as knowing what's working, so that you don't have to waste time in these other areas and keep doing things that don't matter, basically. So hope you got value from that, guys, and I will catch you later. Take care.